What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be talking about startups and business. In general, you might have noticed two types of startups, right? The first type of business is your kirana stores, or your mom starting a bakery, or a bunch of your friends building software for clients, right? That's one type of business that you might have noticed. The second type of business that you might have noticed is companies like Cred, Unacademy, Swiggy, Big Basket, raising millions of dollars, पूरे news में रहते हैं हर बार, and then most of them are in losses. They don't even make proper profits, at least for now. And these are the startups that are hyped about, very fancy. Today we'll be drawing a distinction between these two types of businesses: the standard bootstrapped businesses, जिसमें बाहर से पैसा नहीं लेते हैं, और दूसरा business जिसमें you raise venture capital money. I'm going to show you a blog written by Gagan Biyani. He's the founder of Udemy, and that blog is super special, and you'll be understanding about what those level of business icons think about fundraising. All right, so now I'm going to show you the blog that Gagan Biyani wrote. It's a very interesting blog. By the way, if you want to read Gagan's blog, then you should go to gaganbiyani.com. Has amazing blogs. And this is a blog about few fundraising rules, right? So he says, when should you fundraise? You should be fundraising if you can make 100 times return on the money that angel investors are putting into you, right? So if the angel investor is investing 1,000 rupees, you should be able to make them 10 lakh rupees. That's the amount of return they're looking for. You should be ready to commit the next 5-10 years of your life into that particular business. So if you're someone, अच्छा ये मैं part time ही करने वाला हूँ, ये इसके साथ ही करने वाला हूँ, then it might be a bit hard because they require you to commit 5 to 10 years, क्योंकि वो खुद का पैसा डाल रहे आपके business में. You're willing to have a boss. Now you might have heard a lot of people say, right, once you start up, या फिर once you start your business, you can be your own boss. But when you get investors, you have a board of directors. So they'll be giving you direction, सारे decisions उनके through जानी चाहिए. You wouldn't be your own boss. You have a team of management on top of you as well. You want to share the outcome. जैसे every time you raise money, you don't own 100% of the business, right? So अगर एक investor आप में पैसे डाल रहा है, तो you'll have to give a small percentage of your business to that particular investor. And by the end of multiple rounds, तो आपका जो ownership रहेगा company में वो बहुत कम हो जाएगा. जैसे Gagan Biyani is telling over here that today the founders of Udemy, he is also one of the founders of Udemy, have a very low percentage ownership. तो ज़्यादा नहीं own करते हैं part of the business, right? So even if Udemy goes public, they would not get the same amount of money that they might have got if they did not raise money. So these are some of the reasons why you should fundraise if you're ready for all of this. And here are a few reasons why you should not be fundraising. बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि बहुत fancy है, मैं news में आऊँगा, ये करूँगा, वो करूँगा, and that's why they start raising money. But if ये पढ़ लो, I think you should get a brief idea when you should not be fundraising. You need money. अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि I just need money and that's why I'm going to take investors' money, that's not going to work out. You should have a plan in place कि क्या करोगे उस पैसे का, how can you grow that business forward, right? So it's very rarely that people just throw away capital on you. You should know कि वो पैसे का क्या करोगे and how you can turn that money into more money. The second one that he says is, if $1 million sounds a lot to you, just bootstrap, you are much more likely to make $1 million that way. So what he's saying is, if you're raising $1 million, and at that point the investors are expecting मतलब $100 million का revenue, right, in the future. But if you just want to stay small और बस future में कभी $1 million का revenue बनाना है, then it's better to not raise. Just keep working on your business until you make $1 million. According to him, you'll make that anyway. The third reason why you should not be raising is if your business is not hyper scalable. So as he said, angel investors are looking for businesses that can grow to $100 million in revenue in 10 years or less. So if your business is going to take longer than that, if you think that $100 million कितना होता है, I think it's 7,000 crores. So according to him, if it's going to take more, अगर आपका business उतना बड़ा नहीं हो रहा है, if you think that's not the potential of your business, then you shouldn't be raising money. You'll just be disappointing investors, and at one point you'll just stop growing. I think that's what he means. So yeah, do give this blog a read. मैंने तो बस एक part पढ़ा है, and I'm not a business guru or something. I'm just a normal student reading cool stuff on the internet. Do give the blog a read. Also, if you want to meet good mentors, then join Clinify. You'll find a lot of cool events. There are a lot of startup founders out there. And B, you should be on Twitter. Twitter में you can follow Suhail, you can follow Sahil, you can follow Viraj Sheth, you can follow Gagan Biyani. There are a lot of these really great founders on Twitter. तो उनका ज्ञान थोड़ा मिल जाएगा आपको Twitter पे. तो be on Twitter and stay a bit active. You can leverage that particular knowledge that you're gaining from Twitter. By the way, this video is a part of a talk that I gave at Delhi University, so that's why it has weird background. Do watch it. Let's take an example of startups, right? How do most startups work? There are two ways through which you can run a startup. A is you can bootstrap, which is self-funding. So you don't take external capital. किसी और investor नहीं आता है. You're the only one. I mean, you and your co-founders are the only one running the show. Second one is venture capital backed, where you take in external funding from Sequoia or one of these VC firms out there. So when you're running a venture-backed startup, whenever you hear of stories on your story saying, oh, this company raised 10 crores, this company raised $3 million in the Series B, remember that every time you raise money, it's a liability. तुम्हारा पैसा नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है कि when a company raises $10 million, वो founder के wallet में जाता है. It goes to the company's bank account, right? And they have to, right. When an investor is investing $10 million into you, these venture capital funds expect at least 100x return, right? So in the next 10 years, if the agar main investor and if I invested $10 million in Parth's company, then I'm expecting at least like $100 million revenue in the next 6-7 years, right? So that's the reason why venture capital world works. It's totally dependent on growth. So it's totally fueling growth. Now you might be like, अच्छा, Cred is burning money, Ola is burning money. These aren't even profitable companies. ये तो बस पैसे फेंक रहे. Why are they doing it? Because they're concerned about growth. They're concerned about getting more number of users. Cred is concerned about getting more number of app installs. They don't care about revenue for now because they want to build distribution. So it's all about growth, right? So it's a rocket ship that you're entering. Very stressful, founder depression. That's the real thing. You need to be a superhuman to do that. Normal people can't do it. So only people like Kunal Shah can actually go out there and do it. It's not a very easy task. And 99% of the venture-backed startups fail. So it's a very different race. If you're someone who's into it, then go for it. Nothing like that. But remember, whenever you're raising money, it's a liability. Second option is bootstrapping, which is running your own profitable business, trying to, not care much about growth, but more about what revenue you're getting. Let's take an example. Zerodha. It's a 100% bootstrap business. They haven't raised a single amount of venture capital, and they're doing pretty well. Then you can even take examples of like a lot of these businesses, right? Shipping businesses or some business near your house that sells tires. All of these are bootstrap businesses which haven't raised external capital from investors. They don't care about growth and all. They just care about profits. So it's a good way of running business. Totally depends on you. So if you're someone who wants to, a cat boost, right, by Kalpit Veerwal, he keeps talking about this. It's a bootstrap business. He hasn't raised capital. He's just selling courses and getting money in return, super profitable, doesn't need venture capital in the first place. So these are bootstrap businesses, right? That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you liked this video. And if you did, do subscribe, join our community. It's a bunch of smart people out there doing cool stuff. So link is given in the description down below. And I'll see you on Discord. I'll see you on WhatsApp. I'll see you in the meetup. I'll see you in one of Clarify events. Take care. Bye.